Good afternoon. This is the Resource Management Committee, and I'm Phil Curran, Chair. And I'd like to start the day out with the roll call.
Mr. Curran,
Here.
Mrs. Hanchett,
Here.
Mr. Barnes,
Present.
Mr. Sear, Mr. Demick,
Here.
Mr. Fanton,
Here.
Mrs. Ricketts Wales.
Here.
6 present, 1 absent.
Good. First order of business is approval of minutes of August 7th, 2024. I'll ask for a motion.
Hanchett will move.
And a second.
Ricketts Wales.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Carried. We're missing Mr. Torrey this afternoon. He's just on a job. But next is Miss Hunsberger.
Hey there. I don't think I have anything earth-shattering to add to what I have sent already, so I will just emphasize the importance of late blight information, which is after the report. I'm sure you got some nice, disgusting photos of half-dead tomato leaves. So what's important about this, see if Craig Brack was here, he would have gone into a long description of how late blight is the same thing that caused the Irish potato famine. It's the same disease. It's very highly transmittable. So if you do find this in your garden, when you're cleaning up and everything, don't put the plants in your compost pile. You'll want to burn them or otherwise destroy them so that the spores don't keep, perpetuating throughout the area because it's windblown. So, the other thing, our annual meeting, I believe, that information was passed on to the powers that be that will be sharing it with you. It's October 29th at Off Duty, including dinner, and the Director of Extension, Andy Turner, will be here and speaking on his vision for his first 5-year term for extension for the state. And as I'd mentioned before, we have the Farmer Neighbor Dinner coming up, which is September 25th at the Lake Lodge. Exactly. Yep. So both good food opportunities and sponsorship opportunities if you guys wanted to get a table or anything like that for the Farmer Neighbor Dinner. So that's
Thank you.
about the excitement that I have for you. Except if you are looking to transplant any milkweed plants in your property, you can do so either by digging them up and replanting them, making sure you get the roots, or by letting nature take its course with seeds. So I don't know what you're doing wrong. I don't know, maybe it's time of year, but everything that you said you're doing should be working. Okay, I'll try to plant some myself and see, I'll bring you in some transplants. So,
I have a question for you.
yep,
How many people help you put this stuff together?
this,
Yeah.
everybody sends it in a week before everybody, you guys require it, so then one person will compile it and send it to you. So everybody,
It's amazing amount of what
amount of
what
work
you
that
have-
everybody's doing, I
What you
know,
have here.
yeah,
You know,
it's impressive. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. You are
Yeah.
getting your money's worth, that's right.
anyone else have a question?
I do.
Jan?
It seems like you do a lot with Genesee Valley School.
For farm to school,
Yes.
we
Are
have.
there any other schools that are participating in that?
So our farm to school program has changed a little bit over the past few years. So Cassandra Bull was the one who started it back in 2018, 2019, either way. And her focus was helping the schools get to 30%. So 30% is what you need to reach in order to get extra money from the state, 30% local, just for breakfast. Sorry, just for lunch. Breakfast doesn't count. This does include dairy, this does include apples, but it's still challenging to get up to 30% of your purchases to be considered local. So she was helping the schools get to reach that goal So she was training the cafeteria staff. She was working with school boards to pass legislature, local rules and things. And she left in order to attend graduate school. So then we asked you guys to help fund a position. So right now, we have one part-time position, and when we asked you for funding, it was at the same time that we were being written into a grant. So that grant was only for Genesee Valley School, which is why you see a lot of this. So she's now, Alyssa Dean, who's our farm-to-school educator now, is trying to reach out to the other schools. And her focus is more of like an ag in the classroom educational side of things, as well as introducing new foods, as you saw in the supplementary material. So yes, she's working on other schools. Andover is the other one that's part of it right now. And then she does other, one-off things as far as like Ag Literacy Week, getting people into the schools to read books to students and things. So, yep.
Good question, good answer. Anything else for Laura? If not, we thank you. And Ms. Knapp has whatever you'd call this. Yeah.
Good afternoon. I have an MOE for permission to apply for a grant under the New York Swims Lifeguard Grant Program. This is a new grant program that just came out this summer. We are looking to apply for the maximum amount, which is $25,000. We'll be using this for recruitment of lifeguards by paying for part of their certification and increasing wages.
Demick will move. Pat?
Any questions on this?
I have a question.
Good.
Does it also include payment for, like, actually supporting the training? Because I feel like that's one of the biggest things around here is having students find a lifeguard program to train in.
In a roundabout way, I believe we can reimburse for people going to the training. I don't believe we could pay for a training program. There are a lot of different qualifications on that. We did sit, my office, with Don Horan from DSS, because he has the youth component in his office, along with our rec director that runs the beach, and we went through the guidelines and tried to find some way to apply that would help with the certification programs. This is what we came up with.
I did have a chance to take my grandkids there last week, and I hear if you're going with kids, probably August is a good time. I talked to the lifeguards. July is filled with 100 kids for rec programs and everything else, but they had a great time. There was a place to picnic, a little strip of sand that they loved laying in and getting dirty and getting back in. But I was glad to finally get over there and take them over, and I'll be taking them back again. So really, it's a nice program.
My understanding is we've done well with our staffing. Years past, we've had some staffing issues. I think we only had one day this summer that I'm aware of that we had to close a little early because we didn't have enough staff for the evening shift. But other than that, we've been pretty lucky and fortunate. So
They were
hopefully this
very
will help.
attentive, did a good job. Thank you.
Mr. Healy?
Thank you, Chairman Kern. The Red Cross used to train lifeguards. Is that still something that's out there available for us to
You're
utilize?
probably
or not?
talking to the wrong person. I've never gone through lifeguard training myself, and I don't know who it's available through. I believe the schools, though, were running some programs, some of the schools, though. I think probably Ms. Ricketts Swales knows a little bit more than I do.
Okay, thank you.
As the oldest lifeguard in Allegheny County. Yeah. Genesee Valley does have a lifeguard training program, but a lot of schools don't have swimming pools. Wellsville, I think, does, Andover does, I'm not sure, in Genesee Valley. Cuba. Houghton College offers one. And you probably could go to the Y in Olean or Wellsville, I think, but I'm not sure. That's the problem. When a school doesn't have a pool, it's harder for kids from that area to find the the lifeguarding.
Yeah. Alfred Alman definitely has, and the Alfred State used to, but they took their pool out, so. Anyway. Any other questions for Carissa? No? Thank you.
I think you need to vote on it, though.
Oh.
Yep.
We do. Need move, someone want to move this?
We did, first and second.
We did?
Yep, now we just need to vote on it.
I was sleeping. All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you very much.
Okay, unfinished business. Nothing? New business? Good of the order? And I'll ask for an adjournment.
Hanchett will move.
Second?
Cricket Swales.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.